Hello everyone, Vito's832 back again. I know, another video. I just did a extremely long what's on deck video. But this is going to be, I'm going to try to do every couple of weeks a rundown of what is going on Kickstarter projects overall. Just to give you an update on where things are at. Not that you can't check this out yourself, but why not? Leonardo da Vinci playing cards from Worldwide Playing Cards. 51% funded, 25 days to go. This one could go either way. Still has time. Once Upon a Time playing cards from the Toronto Playing Card Company. 63% funded, 20 days to go. Again, it could kind of go either way. It's heading towards funding at this rate, but I mean, can't really tell yet. The Bicycle Beliza playing cards from Collectible Cards is 74% funded, 28 days to go. This one's definitely trending towards funding at this rate. The Bicycle Elemental cards, also from Collectible Cards, 85% funded, 8 days to go. This one's going to be close. We'll see if it makes it or not. Hopefully it does. Corran playing cards from Lords Playing Cards, 41% funded, 17 hours to go. Not going to happen at this rate. It didn't do it for me. I wasn't interested in them. Breast playing cards from Carlos Contreras, 22% funded, 27 days to go. A little bit too early to tell, although it does need to really pick up the funding if it's going to fund. Dragonheart playing cards from Stephanie Lassen, of course, is funded with almost funded, sorry, 90% funded, 21 days to go. Should make it. It only needs 800 or 900 bucks, whatever it is. So it should make it. I thought it was funded, but it's not. Rogue Queen playing cards from Rogue Queen Studios, 47% funded, 17 days to go. I'm not sure if this one's going to make it or not. I guess we'll find out in a couple of weeks. The True Color playing cards from Benjamin Free 18 Games. I'm not a fan of this one at all. It's not practical for anything unless they've changed it, which they may have. The indexes look a little bit more readable, but it is very well funded with 10 hours to go on that one. Kings of India playing cards from Bavis and Marina Mystery is also well funded, 6 days to go. Definitely recommend checking that one out. Pick playing cards from Carl Larson, 52% funded, 18 days to go. Again, may or may not happen. We'll find out in a couple of weeks which way it's going. At this rate, it still has a possibility. And it's a pretty interesting deck. 2 decks, actually. But we'll see if it happens. Zoku Productions, breast cancer inspired playing cards from Jordan somebody, is 6% funded, 26 days to go. Not a chance in hell this one's going to make it. I mean, it is a very small goal. It's only 750 bucks or something, or 500 bucks, whatever it is. But it is a horrible deck of cards that really has nothing to do with breast cancer, and this was not really designed well. I recommend getting the Bicycle Pink Ribbon Edition decks from Walmart, and you'll actually donate money with your purchase to breast cancer and do something for breast cancer research, as opposed to this barely inspired breast cancer deck with a guy just trying to make a few bucks. Dragon Scare playing cards, special edition from Jessica Feinberg, is very well funded, 70 days to go. Obviously it's funded, no problems there. And there's stretch goals for additional decks as well. The 1883 Murphy Varnish Transformation playing cards, Restoration from Michael Scott at Homegrown Games, is 96% funded, 10 days to go. It will make it. It's just a matter of a couple more bucks. Really, it's not that much left. It's going to make it. It's got time. Kingdoms of Verdant Fantasy playing cards from Tim Olinger is funded with 32 days to go. Surprisingly, it's gotten funded already. I thought it would take the full 50 days or whatever. But it's fine. It is what it is. It's got some appeal, but not mass appeal, that's for sure. Piff the Magic Dragon playing cards from Chris Chelko at Whispering Imps, and of course Piff the Magic Dragon. Well funded, 7 days to go. Definitely recommend checking that one out. Explorers and Seals playing cards from Teodros Getanet. 6% funded, 22 days to go. Originally launched as plastic decks. Then it was pointed out that was not a good idea. They kind of went whoops. They canceled the project, relaunched it as paper decks, still being printed in Asia somewhere by someone, don't know who. But it's not going to happen at this rate, for one reason or another. Camino de Santiago route map playing cards from Andy Madlam, 24% funded with 24 days to go. I'm not feeling too optimistic about this one. I think it's got a limited appeal, and it's probably way too high of a goal for the limited appeal that it has. If it had a lower goal, $1,000, it would have been funded by now. But the goal it has, I think, is going to be too high for it. Rainbow Illusion playing cards from Landry Saunders. It's a relaunch, 63% funded, 21 days to go. I am hopeful this one will finally fund. This is like the third attempt already, but it still hasn't gotten there. It does have time, so hopefully it gets that last little push and gets funded. AK-47 identification playing cards by Webs, G-Webs, whatever. It is, of course, well funded, 23 days to go. Not a fan of this one whatsoever, but whatever, I don't care. It's funded. Court cards from Load K is 76% funded, 5 days to go. Time will tell if it gets there. I guess it needs $3,500 or something. Again, it kind of has a limited appeal in my opinion. I don't see the appeal in somebody pulling out a deck of cards to try and learn how to play a guitar. This is me. Texas playing cards from Jackson Robinson, of course. It was funded before it launched because Jackson Robinson's decks, they automatically fund. So it's not a mystery, it's not a surprise, it's an expectation. There was only, actually, I lie, there was 2 decks that Jackson Robinson has done that did not fund. Well, one for sure that did not fund and hasn't come back yet because it was just, I don't know, poorly planned out. And then there was another one that he canceled because he decided to change his mind as the Army deck on the artwork. But other than that, his projects fund almost instantaneously. Amontillado playing cards from No Reply Design is funded, well funded, with 64 hours to go. A proper plastic full-color playing card set from Douglas Sutcliffe, 0% funded, 39 days to go. I can see this one is not going to do well at all. Plastic decks normally don't fund. This guy's got a $40,000 goal, which is a death sentence for almost any project on Kickstarter relating to playing cards, especially plastic decks. It's not going to happen, not a chance. This one gets funded unless some big poker players get behind it, which I highly doubt. He also has no artwork except for those 4 aces, which doesn't tell a whole lot. Day of the Dead playing cards from the Caveman is 8% funded, 29 days to go. I'm not feeling too strongly about this one. There's some issues with it. First of all, he said it's going to be a bicycle premium card stock, but it doesn't specifically say it's being printed by the USPC anywhere. He says it's going to have a plastic card case, and he links to the Make Playing Cards website for that plastic card case. He also says it's going to be 54 cards when everyone knows a USPC deck has 56 cards. His biggest problem is that he is only allowing people to buy 1 or 2 decks in the pledges. That's going to be a lot of people in order for this deck to fund. He's going to need everyone and anyone to buy these cards in order to fund if he can only buy 1 or 2. Major problems, not a lot of research done for this project, and this guy has no experience with playing card projects. And not to mention the back design could be a hell of a lot better than what it is. So I don't think this one's going to fund. Swarm playing cards from Robert Tomlinson is 25% funded, 29 days to go. Only $4 each, so go check them out. Whether or not they fund, time will tell. Still early. But so far, they haven't really gotten there too much. Apparently, this is going to be his last deck on Kickstarter for the most part. He will be doing decks through his website. Kudos to him. I respect him for that. A lot of other people, like Jackson Robinson, could take things off Kickstarter, and he would do extremely well with his decks just on his website, but for some reason he feels he still needs to kickstart his projects. Whatever. It is what it is, I guess. It's fine. It's a good business practice, I guess, but I think Kickstarter is good for people who want to get started in the card business and want to get their foot in the door for producing playing cards and having a playing card company. But once you've gotten your foot and your whole body through the door and you're firmly planted on there, like King's Wild is and Albino Dragon is, I don't see the need for them to be using Kickstarter to launch their brand or their playing cards. They've already surpassed that, in my opinion. But hey, whatever. I mean, I'm not trying to tell people how to run their business or anything. Romantic playing cards from MPC, or printed by MPC, sorry, from Timothy Creamer, is 81% funded. And 23 days to go, or is that Kremer for his name? Timothy Creamer, whatever. 81% funded, 23 days to go. I think it's going to happen. Not a big fan of the artwork, aside from the chicks. But whatever. Geom playing cards down here is 4% funded, 21 days to go from Ning. Not a fan of it at all, and I don't believe it's going to be funded. Not at this rate. Not for Legends printing. Don't worry about these Oracle decks. Seven Seas Master Collection relaunch Brain Vessel is funded. 19 days to go. Whether or not they hit the stretch goal for the fifth deck, the colored deck, I don't know. We'll see. Kevlar playing cards from Slackline is also funded. 36 days to go. Apparently he found some people willing to spend hundreds of dollars on decks. The trick deck from Toshi Harai. This is the second attempt at this one. 15% funded, 22 days to go. It is not going to happen at this rate. Thax from Fabrice Conk is some kind of stainless steel deck of cards. 20% funded, 21 days to go. Not going to happen, I don't believe, at this rate. The 3D printed case for playing cards by Evan Chen. I'll just mention that one. 3% funded, 10 days to go. Not going to happen. The Bicycle Olympus playing cards from Tom Anderley is 21% funded, 18 days to go. It's not going to happen at this rate, I don't believe. He doesn't have enough name recognition or steam going into this one. Haven't seen a whole lot of promotion regarding it. And when you have somebody like Steve Minty, who just put out his Olympia Greek-themed playing cards, and then you get this, people already bought that better version, so why are they going to buy this one? Kind of a thing, in my opinion. Though I am pledged for it myself, but I don't think it's going to happen. The Bicycle Classic playing cards from Janessa Gazmir, a 9780 design. It's 21% funded, 39 days to go. Time will tell if it happens. I don't think the white edition is going to happen at any rate, because it's like $45,000 for the stretch goal, which seems unachievable to me, especially at this rate. The Bicycle Let Them LOL deck of cards, water deck from Matthew Whitaker, is 45% funded, 13 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen at this rate, unfortunately, which is, I guess it's okay. It's not an overly special deck of cards, but it's a nice deck of cards. It's fine for what it is, but it's just, I don't think it's going to happen. Pride, colorful poker-like card system from Odd Hackwelder, 86% funded, 3 days to go. I'm guessing they had like a $2,000 goal or something. Not sure if it's going to happen. We'll see. They have time, but they've been struggling for weeks now, and they haven't funded yet, so we'll see. Oh, look at that. Another person trying to create a Magic the Gathering hobby shop. Those never fun, by the way. And I think that's it for card projects on Kickstarter. I just wanted to go over that. There is more decks coming in the near future. We'll talk more about them next time. See ya around, and yeah. Make sure you check out collectibleplayingcards.com. For any playing cards you've missed on Kickstarter, they have most of them there. Use the code VJOSE32 and you get 10% off the order. See ya.